The dietary supplement industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Many people in the United States are regularly taking supplements, and I want you to have a good understanding of who's taking them, what are they taking, what is the regulation around supplementation. So that's what we're going to be talking about this week. First of all, what are dietary supplements? They simply supplement the diet. They can contain a variety of different things. It may be macronutrients, such as a protein supplement. It might be micronutrients, like a multivitamin would be a micronutrient supplement. Could be herbs and botanicals, other plant sources of nutrients, as well as a variety of other dietary substances. The Dietary Supplement and Health Education Act defines supplements as something that contains one or more vitamins, minerals, amino acids, herbs, botanicals, or other plant extracts, or any combination of the above. Manufacturers can make claims on supplements about structure, function. It doesn't have to be a proven claim necessarily. They cannot claim things specifically about disease conditions, saying, for example, that it can heal heart disease, but they can make claims around the structure and function of how the body's working. Quality, purity, consistency are not closely monitored by the FDA. There is monitoring of that, but when you think of, again, a multi-billion dollar industry, there are so many products out there that the resources of the FDA just don't make it possible really to monitor everything very closely. The US Pharmacopoeia or USP designation is listed on products that does meet standards. So that is something that we can look for on supplements to see that it's meeting some established standards by the government. So who are the people that are taking dietary supplements? Research tells us that 68% of all adults in the United States report that they're taking some sort of dietary supplement. 75% of people over age 55, so a large percentage of the population that's older, though 64 to 66% of the population anywhere between 18 and 54. So still large numbers even as young as 18. The tells you some regions. In the western U.S., 73% taking them, a little bit more than in the other areas, but again, all pretty high numbers. A little more women than men, a little more higher income individuals than lower income, and a little more with college education. But as you'll see, the numbers are high in well over half of the population, no matter what age, region, gender, income, or education. So what are some of the other things that supplement users are doing? You'll see in research research tells us about some of the factors that impact disease conditions, and we might look at research about a supplement and say, well, this supplement seems to be affecting a disease condition, but the people that tend to take supplements also tend to have some other healthy behaviors, so we consider that when we're looking at some of these research studies as well. So who are the people that are taking supplements? What other things are they doing? More of the people are eating a balanced diet, not smoking, going to their doctor regularly, maintaining a healthy weight, and exercising regularly. What types of supplements are people taking? Most of the people are taking a vitamin and mineral supplement, much of that being a multivitamin with relatively high numbers in D, calcium, vitamin C, and B complexes. Specialty supplements, about half the population taking those, a large percentage of that being omega-3 or fish oil. Herbals and botanicals, about a third of the population, and a little bit less than that, about a quarter of sports nutrition or some sort of weight management supplement. This slide tells us where people are buying supplements. You'll see that almost half the people buying supplements are buying them from mass merchandisers. That isn't a location where you necessarily are getting the highest quality of supplements. So it is important to understand where people are getting their sources from. When did people start taking supplements? Most of the people in adulthood. And why? So top reasons of why people say they're taking supplements. Overall health and well-being is the number one, about half the population, a little bit more women than men. Filling nutrient gaps, heart health, healthy aging, joint health, energy. These are the top reasons. Most people are taking them simply because they think it's going to make them feel better and reduce their risk of disease. Who are they trusting for information? This is interesting. and useful information as well as we understand what people's knowledge base is around supplementation. About half of people are getting recommendations from their medical doctor or physician, which is, certainly can be a good resource and a good recommendation. Unfortunately, most medical education does not incorporate nutrition, or a very, I shouldn't say not at all, a very small amount of nutrition education in their training. Nutritionists, of course, is all education around nutrition are much more knowledgeable about supplements, and pharmacists certainly can be very knowledgeable about it as well. So, good resources. Healthcare practitioners is helpful to see that people are getting information from those resources. And purchasing factor number one, people choose based on price, um, as well as some facts and what the information tells you on the box. This is all helpful information because it gives us knowledge on how people are making decisions about supplementation and why they're choosing supplements in their lifestyle.